Hello, everyone. It's the full moon meditation day. Today is July 6th, and the moon was full yesterday, um, and there was a lunar eclipse. So I'm excited to be here with all of you today to celebrate and meditate with this full moon in Cancer. So if you're new here and joining me for the first time, I'm Zara Haji, the founder and creator of Yoga Goddess, and I'd love to welcome you here into our sacred space. We tend to have a group of about 30 or 40 women who join together to meditate live, and then lots more who watch after on the replay. So I'd love to know who's joining us today. I see Cynthia Odogu. Welcome. Lovely to have you. I'd love to hear from who's with us live today and where you're joining us from. I'm in Toronto, in Canada, where it is hot. And we are, I think, all collectively wishing for some thunderstorms. And today we are, in fact, marking the full thunder moon. And where I am in the world, we are forecasting thunderstorms this weekend. It's a small chance, 30%, but I think that will take it. Cynthia says I said her name perfectly. Yay! My parents are born in Africa, so in Tanzania. So I have a little bit of experience with names like yours. Hi, Tabitha. Welcome. Cynthia says, I'm in Maryland. Cool. Tabitha, I think you're in Virginia. It's close. I'm not that great with my U.S. geography. Yes, it is hot. And welcome, April. I see you're here. Let us know where you're joining us from. Heidi. Hello, Heidi. Oh, April says she's from Montreal. Salut. Jessie says hi from North Carolina. Yay! I love North Carolina. I love Asheville. Megan says hi from Florida. Welcome, Megan. And Jackie from the UK. Welcome, welcome. Today, I'm anticipating that we're going to have a little bit of a smaller group, so I would like to call everyone into the circle. When we have 40, it's harder. But if we have around 25, I will individually call names in. So Dina says hello from Los Angeles. Jaslyn, hi Jaslyn, says hi from South Lake Tahoe, California. Odetta from the UK. Preeti, nice to see you. Also in London. Oh, and April says she's not French. Okay. Maybe not speaking French either, I suppose. And Claudia, sorry, I always do that. I say it in Spanish. Maybe you are Spanish, de la Torre, possibly. Hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Haley says hi from Pacific Northwest, Washington State. Awesome, yay. We have a nice, ample, abundant group here today for the full thunder moon. And before we get started, as you can see, I have my purple blanket and some purple flowers in the form of orchids. Some are thriving, some are not. And if you want, you can have a shawl to wrap yourself with. It's not necessary, it's just nice to have. It is kind of hot though. So I'll be thinking about that before I put it on, because it's not cotton. So before we get started, I would like for us to just take a moment and collectively consider what our intention is for today's meditation. As I reflected in preparation for this full moon, the thunder moon feels like an amazing opportunity to think about all of the thunderous and kind of cataclysmic changes that we've been experiencing collectively. Who would have ever been able to predict that we would go through a global pandemic? The world would shut down and isolate literally everywhere. We'd be walking around with masks. This incredible, oppressive, um, political sort of movement that's really outing racism, structural racism in our culture, in our society, really taking the forefront as a big political movement and really a human rights movement, I would say. Um, and that we're all sort of considering and contemplating our role in oppressive thoughts and behaviors and how we racialize people. So all of these issues are out right now in the open. So a lot to be thinking about. It's interesting, right? We're going back. Things are opening up. Places in Europe. I wouldn't necessarily. I'm not sure about the UK because I know things are not going so well there with coronavirus. But you know, we are sort of going back into the world, engaging with people. Navigating that is also really interesting in the wake of all the, you know, how do I say, warnings against social contact and making sure that we keep our distance. So there's a lot going on that we could have never imagined or predicted. Lots of opportunities for huge realizations as we have been in this big pause globally for several months now, and only sort of slowly going back into reintegrating into society. So there's a lot sort of cooking in the cauldron, as I like to think of it, a lot bubbling. And so in that place of bubbling, there's so much opportunity for new insights, awarenesses, and awakenings. And I wonder for you, as on an individual level, what insight is awakening for you? And is there something that maybe even you might be embracing in terms of an insight or an intuitive awakening? What are you waking up to in your own life? I'm gonna go back to the comments. Let's see. Oh yes, Preeti, it's late for you. And Siobhan, hello Siobhan from Ireland. Kristen says hi from California, Monterey. Oh, I like Monterey, it's nice there. And Jaslyn says hello from Wisconsin. Andrea from northern Minnesota. Okay, so coming back to what I was asking, just ask us to take a moment and just consider, what insight or awareness are you waking up into right now in your life? April says the feeling of accepting that life always happens on life's terms. Well, isn't that insightful? Yes, indeed. I think we can say that at an individual level and certainly at a collective level right now, that life is happening on life's terms. I'll just give you a moment or two here to, again, come back to for yourself, what insight or awakening are you coming into, embracing in your own life? And I'm just going to read to you, actually, I'll give you a moment to think first. I'll be quiet for a second and drink water. It's also gotten really hot, so I'm turning my fan back on. One moment. Okay. Let's see. Again, from April, we have to relinquish trying to control and have faith that everything happens in its right time. That's beautiful. Thank you, April, for sharing. Anyone else coming into realizations, insights, personal awakenings for themselves in this time. You can journal it. You can share it with us here. Elizabeth, hi Elizabeth, from also in the UK, says, I'm trying to accept anything life brings. Beautifully said. Surrender is definitely a theme right now. Thank you for sharing, Elizabeth. Hopefully you can hear me now with the fan gets loud. So I'm going to share with you what Miranda says about the purple moon rays. She says, the deep purple ray connects us to the feminine power of manifesting the world around us, especially through our highest ideals and for the good of all. Connected to the enchantress, it helps us to clear away the old to manifest the positive into the physical world. The ray also helps us to connect with our highest levels, so we feel guided in this activity. So I thought that was a beautiful excerpt that helps us to connect to the energy of the purple moon rays. Let's see. Cynthia says, I'm giving in to the pull to create a life of freedom and not necessarily walking the path that is accepted, traditional 9 to 5. Beautiful. Thank you, Cynthia. And Andrea says, I'm stronger and more resilient than I thought I am. Beautiful. Thank you, Andrea. And Elizabeth says, huge healing energy in the recent eclipse. Yes, indeed. There's a lot awakening around family of origin right now that I have been personally tapping into for myself. And I read today also, I think it was from the Moon Deck, which I follow, a really beautiful excerpt around going through a period of revisiting old aspects of ourselves, old memories, old situations, maybe feeling a cycle of repetition in our lives, revisiting maybe lessons we thought we've learned. And on the spiral path, which is definitely the path of the feminine, we're always circling, right? We're always coming back. But if we think about the spiral, ideally we're coming at it from a higher vantage point. So while we definitely, as cyclical beings, are going around and around, with the phases of the moon, with the menstrual cycle, we're constantly cycling through our various energies. And the enchantress energy, which is usually connected with the premenstrual time and the energy of the autumn, where we start to experience the fallow of the fall, the leaves fall down, the days become darker, the nights become longer, and we go more into a period of introspection and depth and getting ready for the hibernation of winter. So there's a depth, and of course in Cancer there's also a depth of emotion, a depth of going down deeper into the underworld of our emotions and experiences and psyche. So a lot is being stirred up right now. Okay. So let's see. Haley says, I'm learning that I don't need to believe things the way I always have. I was raised very Lutheran, but want to have more open and world-embracing beliefs while not necessarily turning my back on how I was brought up, finding a way to be spiritual on my own terms. Beautiful, Haley. That is a wonderful intention, and we'll happily hold that with you as April chimed in that she relates. Okay, so I'm just gonna, now that I have my fan, I can indeed wrap myself. If you have a purple shawl,
that you want to wrap yourself with, you can do the same. I'm going to grab the candle that I have, and I would like to welcome all of you officially into our circle. I see that we have more people than I thought we might. But I will still, this matchbox doesn't want to open, there we go. Still call you all in. All right, so just take a moment, take a centering breath, connecting with your heart. Take another breath. Connect with your seat and your feet. Another breath. Connect with your womb space. Entering that dark place within. Place of wisdom, creation, letting go, release, transformation, the life, death, rebirth place within us. And think about stirring the cauldron in your own womb. What's being stirred up for you right now as you connect. Maybe imagining a huge silver spoon stirring up your womb energies in the cauldron. And just watch and be curious about what's awakening for you. What's coming out of the dark into the light of awareness, out of the unconscious into the conscious. And let's strike a fire to that, a match, flame of awareness. And I welcome you, April, Abu, Haley Thompson, Elizabeth Ingrams, Andrea Kuti, Cynthia Odogu, Jaslyn Martin, Tabitha Patterson Jordan, Preeti Makwana, Siobhan O'Malley, Claudia Delector, Kristen Apps, Jesselyn Connell, Andrea Haverinen, Odetta Blench, Jaslyn Martin, Dina Demetrius, Jackie Burton, Megan May Alvarado, Jesse Frank Locklear, Heidi Reimer, and me, Zara Haji, into our circle. Imagine all of us sitting in our places or lying in our spaces from all over the world, gathered here in this moment, and all of those who will join us later in the replay as we cast the circle. Feel the energy. As our wombs awaken, the women around us feel that spark of awakening. And the divine feminine awakens more and more, womb to womb, woman to woman, all around the world. It's a teaching from Miranda Gray in her work on the womb blessing path. So let's connect to all of the other circles, the womb blessing circles and full moon circles that are gathering today, yesterday, tomorrow, the day before. So today, yesterday, and the day before the full moon, connecting to the power of all and collective energy of all of those circles. And feel the energy amplify. Whether or not you have an insight or an awareness that you are bringing forward into today's meditation, just hold space for possibility, for an insight. Maybe like a thunderbolt of lightning, an insight will hit you inspirationally, not literally. And holding that awareness, that possibility in the unknown, which is where we are right now, very much unknown. What will happen with this virus? What will happen with the world economy? What will happen in our own families, in our own communities? What will happen in the political scene, globally, nationally? There's so many unknowns. What's going to happen in your own trajectory, in your career, in your family making, in your journey in life, partnered or single? What's going to happen tomorrow? We don't know. So let's hold this awareness of the unknown and the the intention of coming into knowing in any moment. Holding that potential. And if you have an awareness, a knowing that you are working with, a life transition of some kind, decision to move towards or move away from something, hold that in your awareness, in your womb space. Now let's connect even more deeply with the energy of our wombs. So take a deep breath in. Feel your weight on the floor or where you're sitting even more deeply. Sink down into that support. Get heavier and heavier. Dropping down deeper and deeper. Feel the weight of your bones and the weight of your body sinking down. Bring your awareness to your lower belly. Feel, know, or see that your womb tree lies in your lower belly. Its beautiful trunk splits into two main branches, and they are full of deep green leaves, small white flowers, and red jewel-like fruits on the ends. The tree's roots grow down deep into the darkness of the earth. Follow them down. Now become aware of the full moon above you, bathing you in the most beautiful silver white light. Within this silver white light lie all the colors of the rainbow, softened into a gentler feminine vibration. See or feel that within the moonlight are individual rays of deep purple light. The deep purple light flows over you and through you, down your body and into your womb center. Open your womb and let it fill with color and energy and love of the Moon Mother. Repeat in your mind, I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of deep purple moonlight. I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of deep purple moonlight. I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of deep purple moonlight. Relax and receive for the next 5 minutes the deep purple moonlight. You can keep repeating this phrase in your mind. I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of deep purple moonlight. The deep purple light flows over you and through you, down your body and into your womb center. take a moment to feel the weight of things, the heaviness that maybe you sense in your heart, maybe you sense in your womb. Maybe you don't sense it, but you have an awareness of the heaviness of things that you carry, of burdens that weigh you down. Imagine yourself in this moment saddled with these burdens, with the heaviness and the weight of these things that you're carrying around with you. And let the enchantress accompany you, guide you by the hand to a sacred place, a place that is sacred to you. Maybe a mountain, the foot of some sacred place. Maybe a volcano, maybe a shoreline. Go to the foot of some sacred place. Let the enchantress take you there. Maybe you see a temple to a particular deity, maybe a Shiva temple, a temple to Ganesha, maybe to Egypt, to one of the pyramids. Let yourself be transported to your sacred place. And at the feet of this mountain or this deity, at the feet of this place, put down the weight that you've been carrying. Put down the burdens at the feet of this all-powerful being. And take a breath. Feel what it's like to have released this weight to this powerful being of the earth, of the cosmos, that takes it on your behalf. Let the enchantress guide you in a prostration of thanks, and then back to your womb. Grow your womb tree roots down deep into the earth. Bring your awareness to your heart and feel gratitude for the healing gift of the Moon Mother. Take a breath, a deep breath. Smile and open your eyes. Take a moment to mindfully assess how you feel. How you feel physically, where there is more space, less tension. How you feel mentally. How you feel emotionally. And with one word or a phrase, please share that experience of how you feel with all of us before we close our circle. Jackie says more free. Elizabeth says more clarity. I felt so depressed. I feel more space in my heart center. Helen says, hi Helen, who's in Toronto. I'm feeling very relaxed. Haley says stronger. Cynthia says refreshed. Andrea says tired, ready for rest. Arian says deep. Welcome, Arian. Dina says calmer and queenly. Pamela says relieved. Welcome, Pamela. Emily says contented. Welcome, Emily. Preeti says happy. Jessie, welcome, Jessie, says relaxed. And Simone says at ease. Welcome, Simone. Andrea says I feel closure. And Elizabeth says feel more warmth within my womb and feel fresher today. And Lauren says at peace. Beautiful. If there's anything else you want to share with more words, please write it out, whether in your journal or here for us in the support circle. I would love to hear what today's meditation brought forward for you. I, of course, got my period nice and strong today. And so I really felt the depth of today's meditation and the connection with the enchantress. And that purple moon ray really felt like the closest color that we're going to get to the darkness of black, right? Of the weight of purple really felt like it's taking us into a deep place. So being on my moon time and then with the purple moon ray, I really felt called to guide you through that meditation of relinquishing our burdens to a higher power, a deity, an entity in nature. And it's a meditation I just read today in the Daily Om newsletter, which I really like. They send these nice inspirations every day. And I would welcome you to do that meditation regularly, especially in your own premenstrual and menstrual time, to go into that place of offering up the weight of what we're carrying at the feet. It's really important, at the feet of this mountain or deity, if you see it as a visual. I really like that. Arian says, I'm needing womb and partner healing, balance and hope, needed for higher faith. I'm in PMS too, so relate to heaviness. Okay, April says, thank you for this today. It really helped. You're welcome, April. Helen says, you look so different. Maybe so. I don't know, Helen. Thank you. And thank you so much. All right. So let's complete our circle for today. Taking a moment to just imagine your heart smiling, your womb smiling, and all of our sisters here in our circle smiling. And our circle is open but never broken. It's such a pleasure and a deep honor to hold this space with all of you for the full moon. I wish you lots of insight and inspiration with this thunder moon, places, deep places of revelation that will take you into new insights, new places in your life, new decisions, pathways forward, into change and fresh newness that you desire, and with ease and grace. Sending you all my full moon love. Bye for now, and see you next month. Thanks, Arian. I just got my hair cut, so I appreciate the comment.